knowing that you have now been designated digital cuckold.
You have no choice but to pay for a woman. You have no choice but to pay for a woman. So that woman will give you the privilege of interacting with her while she's fucking the man that she chooses. Now swallow that down as your motherfucking red pill.
No difference, in my opinion, from these Fresh and Fit stands to the Kevin Samuels stands, except for the fact that Kevin Samuels stands are increasing daily, and Fresh and Fit stands are decreasing daily.
Do you got something negative to say about Kevin Samuels? You a simp. You a hater. You clout chasing. I haven't said it.
That is literally the same thing that the Fresh and Fit stands say when people criticize Fresh and Fit. So I have a question for you stands who feel that Kevin Samuels is a god and he's beyond criticism. If someone criticizes Kevin Samuels, right, they're criticizing him, right? I'm sure Ryan Davis doesn't pay simply to chat while he's live. I'm sure Ryan Davis doesn't do that, but you do, which means that you're giving him some kind of financial incentive and you're simply being allowed to talk, something that you're allowed anyway. How is Ryan Davis a simp when you're paying for a male who doesn't have dominion over you to give you permission to talk in his live stream? You're paying Kevin Samuels, but you're calling another man a simp. If you're a Patreon member, you're calling another man a simp and a clout chaser while you're paying Patreon fees. Can someone...
Your behavior in getting off on watching Kevin Samuels go in on women, that is literally feminine as hell.
You niggas are so scared of me saying something negative about your daddy, because you ain't have no man to look up to.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so in this video, what we have is Ryan Davis, and I'm gonna be reacting to this video. All right, and Ryan Davis is assessing Kevin Samuels fans, the people who are die-hard Kevin Samuels worshipers. Now, off the rip, in my opinion, regardless of how you feel of Kevin Samuels, if you are a man and you worship another man, it's not the best look for you. It's not the best look. Every man should be an individual. Every man should stand behind good, strong values, and no man should worship or follow another man. It's okay for men to consult with each other. It's okay for men to criticize each other. And it's okay for men to get advice from each other, to console each other, as well as be friends with each other. But in my opinion, if you want to be a follower, that's kind of lame. I really don't know what anybody would get out of being a follower, but yet we see the cult-like following that Kevin Samuels has on YouTube.
Yes, the white supremacists do this in all 9 areas of activity all of the time.
Okay.
See, in other words, the way to confuse people is to lead them to have questions with no answers.
And it's just approved. And, you know, sometimes Kevin Samuels says some things that everybody doesn't agree with. Most of Kevin Samuels' followers identify with that whole freedom of speech thing, but yet these are the people who attempt to dox people's families. They attempt to get people's channels shut down. They do all kinds of vile, underhanded, yellow belly, snitch stuff.
Your self-esteem starts disappearing when you're doing things that are working against you. I mean, it just starts slowly easing away from you so that you don't have any left. But all so-called self-esteem comes from you know what to do, you know how to solve problems. See, basically that's it, problem solving. And that's where self-esteem comes from. Mm-hmm. When you get to the place you have a whole lot of problems, you don't know how to solve them, your self-esteem goes, and then you just start doing any kind of old thing. Just start lashing out at anything because you're frustrated. Confusion brings about frustration. Frustration brings about all kinds of chaos. And the chaos brings about all kinds of conflict if you're around other people. Because you'll just lash out at everybody and then eventually lash out against yourself. I mean, what you're doing when you really just lash out at anybody and everybody with no particular reason for doing so, which is what black people do a lot of.
If you simply don't agree with this man that they call their godfather. So you know, kind of weird, kind of odd. That's usually the way that a cult works. So, you know, nothing is really surprising by that. No difference, in my opinion, from these Fresh and Fit stands to the Kevin Samuels stands, except for the fact that Kevin Samuels stands are increasing daily, and Fresh and Fit stands are decreasing daily. I believe that Kevin Samuels stands are more dedicated to Kevin Samuels. If YouTube ever happens to give Kevin Samuels a channel strike, or if Kevin Samuels happens to have a problem and his channel happened to be deleted at some point, these Kevin Samuels stands will pull a January 6th like insurrection at the YouTube corporate office in order to get him back on YouTube, which is insane because that is probably more than they have ever done. So I just find it ironic how the hive mind operates and how these alleged men will just assert repeated talking points that don't even apply to themselves. You know, another thing that I find interesting is that Kevin Samuels used to do very harsh criticisms of males, which in my opinion, you should be more willing to listen to a criticism of a man because that's something that you can relate to and it's something that you can build from and it's something that you can make yourself better from. There's not really much criticism. There's not really much that a man can get sitting around listening to criticism of females unless you identify with females or unless you are a female disguised as a male, or unless you're just spiteful, hateful, and you're upset because you can't get a woman. So you empower yourself through watching a man talk to a woman in a way that you aren't able to, wouldn't dream of, don't have the courage or nuts to, and have probably never been in a position to. And men snowball and rally on that negative energy. And as you can see, his subscriptions have skyrocketed and spiraled up because a lot of men, you know, are intellectually disabled when it comes to interaction with women and when it comes to understanding compatibility with women.
Well, in all the areas of activity, the white supremacists say, keep those dark-skinned people confused.
So,
and that way, confusion brings on what? Frustration. Oh, you improve your self-esteem by doing things that work. This is what self-esteem comes from.
Maximum sophisticated confusion.
Because of their own shortcomings, they enjoy watching Kevin Samuels criticize a woman. The people in the chat are just cheerleaders. And I'm not talking about everybody that watches Kevin Samuels because there's some cool people that watch Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about those crazy, insane, deranged stans. Okay, that's specifically who I'm talking about. All right. So let's check out what Ryan Davis has to say.
I decided to do a 2-part series on Kevin Samuels. And I couldn't even get started because as soon as I posted this picture of him, niggas started attacking me. Why are you using that picture? Why in the world are you attacking the Godfather? Why in the world?
How do you just call another man your Godfather?
Maximum sophisticated confusion.
Like that's a whole nother long list of problems. Like that just, you know, it's just embarrassing. Just embarrassing behavior. Real quick before we get started, when part 2 comes out, do you guys want a reaction to part 2?
Do you got something negative to say about Kevin Samuels? You a simp. You a hater. You clout chasing. I haven't said it.
That is literally the same thing that the Fresh and Fit stands say.
let's box it out. In the video, you're saying that you want to box with me. You want to fucking do this shit? Let's go.
No. All right, nigga. We're hotter than you guys. We get more views than you. We got way less subs than you. We are better than you niggas.
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
We better than you. Yo, we better than you.
Say what?
We better than you. Yo,
Look,
we
man,
better than you.
we finna hit a mill.
When people criticize Fresh and Fit. So I have a question for you stans who feel that Kevin Samuels is a god and he's beyond criticism. If someone criticizes Kevin Samuels, right, they're criticizing him, right? I'm sure Ryan Davis doesn't pay simply to chat while he's live. I'm sure Ryan Davis doesn't do that, but you do, which means that you're giving him some kind of financial incentive and you're simply being allowed to talk, something that you're allowed anyway. How is Ryan Davis a simp when you're paying for a male who doesn't have dominion over you to give you permission to talk in his live stream? You're paying Kevin Samuels, but you're calling another man a simp. If you're a Patreon member, you're calling another man a simp and a clout chaser while you're paying Patreon fees. Can someone explain to me how paying members of Patreon, paying members of Kevin Samuels live streams. Now, mind you, it's not like every other live stream. When it comes to Kevin Samuels live streams, he usually has between 15 and 20,000 people live. And, you know, you have to pay simply to be able to talk. You have to have a status, because with Kevin Samuels, it's all about appearances and statuses, right? It's all about class system, class structure. You know what I'm saying? So if you're paying to be accepted by Kevin Samuels, you have what basis to call a critic of Kevin Samuels a simp? Do you see the low IQ thought processes? That's called cult think, okay?
A single word about this nigga yet, and y'all are ready to attack me because you think I might say something negative about your daddy. That's right, your daddy. You know, father figure, having ass niggas who look to this man that you don't know,
a bunch of Russell Westbrooks,
to speak for you, and you just rah cheering behind them. Now, it's a lot of us men, right, who's out here handling our business, doing what we have to do, who have had an issue with women not being accountable. If you look, last year I made a post saying that all these billions of people on social media, all these pages, and nobody is specializing in showing women accountability. Taraji P. Henson, who was very pro-woman, and Jill Scott, who was very pro-woman, agreed with me. And people attack Jill Scott for agreeing with me on the post. Nobody has an issue with holding women accountable. So when Kevin Samuels came forward, it was a breath of fresh air to me. But what I didn't realize is how many bitch ass niggas he was going to empower. All these niggas.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all agree with that? I agree with that. Like, see, I liked Kevin Samuels when he first came out. I did reaction videos to some of his content. Then he got stuck up, and, you know, the clout started to get to his head, and he said, you know, you peasants and underlings, you can't touch my content unless you know, have expressed written consent, which I find ironic because he actually blew up off of a clip that I guarantee you World Star Hip Hop didn't ask him for his permission. But, you know, when you are somebody who has to look down on other people, you have to make yourself feel important.
Yes, the white supremacists do this in all 9 areas of activity all of the time.
Okay.
You know, public content, you know, you got to have a library card to use. All right, it's your world. We just live in it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, like this, you know, it's just funny to watch, man. Like it's funny to watch. And what he's saying about the fans is so on point.
Your self-esteem goes, and then you just start doing any kind of old thing. Just start lashing out at anything because you're frustrated. Confusion brings about frustration. Frustration brings about all kinds of chaos. And the chaos brings about all kinds of conflict if you're around other people. Because you'll just lash out at everybody and then eventually lash out against yourself. I mean, what you're doing when you really just lash out at anybody and everybody with no particular reason for doing so, which is what black people do a lot of.
Like, it's so on point. When he was doing content where he was giving male critique, he had, you know, between 30 and 50,000 subs. His subs skyrocketed when he stopped talking to men and he started critiquing women. Now, the thing that I find interesting is watching him critique women, you're getting nothing from that other than unrealistic expectations that a lot of women may or may not have. That doesn't help you do anything as a man, because the kind of women who call in, you're not eligible for. you're not eligible for most women. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all who watch Kevin Samuels are not eligible for a female at all. You're not eligible for a female fan. You're not eligible for a female friend. You're not eligible for a female relationship. You're not eligible for a baby mom. You're not eligible for anything. You sit here and talk about baby moms all the time, but you're not even eligible to not just not have a girlfriend, not just not have a wife. A woman won't even let you impregnate her because women look down on most of y'all so badly that they feel their obligation to the planet to not allow your DNA to perpetuate. That's how women are looking at a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a large majority of y'all that women are looking at like, let me, help make the world fruitful with his seed. Most women aren't looking at y'all like that. Most women aren't checking for y'all like that. And you get rejected by those women that you aspire for. That's the reason why you feel the connection with Kevin Samuels, because you feel that you see a man crushing a woman the way a woman crushed you, and it empowers you. And it's so many men, so many weak males, so many weak males that get their tiny hearts crushed by a woman every day. The emotional backlash is that y'all watch Kevin Samuels and y'all think that he's crushing women and y'all get off on it. It's really kind of a sick cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's really kind of a sick cycle. Now, Kevin Samuels has a successful business model. His YouTube channel is growing. Props. I'm not here to take away from that. I'm not even here to criticize Kevin Samuels. I'm here to criticize the cult that follows him. Because my thing is, there's things that Kevin Samuels says that I don't agree with, right? And I think I've voiced those on a lot of my videos. However, a lot of the male critiquing that Kevin Samuels did, I do agree with a lot of that. And I believe that critique makes you stronger than ego stroking. So the fact that he has more followers now that he's not giving any advice to men at all, now that he's just, critiquing women, I think that shows how weak men are, because you can't stand in the face of honest criticism. You can't watch other men be criticized. You're weak. You're very weak. And it shows. It's showing. The fact that his numbers were so low when he was still delivering quality content, critiquing men, which if this is a part of some kind of male empowerment shit, you empower through criticism. Iron sharpens iron. Remember that? So you can't handle him critiquing you, right? You can't handle that. But you can handle watching him critique a woman. I don't understand.
If you ever see Kevin Samuels go live, just look at the live feed comments. Soon as a woman pop up, oh, she a 2. She don't deserve a man. Oh, she probably got 100 kids, whatever. All these no pussy getting ass niggas who ain't never had the bravery to speak to a woman can't do nothing but talk shit when Kevin is talking to these women. And us men who are handling our business and doing our shit, come on, be honest. We know these niggas. We know who these niggas are. They're the same niggas that troll us in our comment section. And all I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if Kevin is doing a service, because if he create 3 angels in women by teaching,
he's doing a service for women, possibly, right? When the interaction is healthy and respectful, which a lot of times is not. He's doing a service for women, right? Because you have to remember, nobody's putting a gun to these women's heads. Now, does he say things or behave in a way that's inappropriate? At times, in my opinion, he goes overboard. You know what I'm saying? I go overboard on my videos. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not outside of that critique. You know what I'm saying? You have to have an entertainment factor. I get it.
Them to be accountable, but in the end, create 1,000 monster ass niggas that's ready to disrespect women on the back end.
Yeah.
It's hurting what he's trying to do.
He's doing a service for women, the women who want his services, right? Because some women would say the interaction between them and Kevin Samuels is toxic. Okay. I'm not going to argue with that because it could possibly be. I don't know. I don't know what those people who are calling in are looking for. They clearly watch the show, and if they want to call in and they feel that the way that he speaks to them is appropriate, I'm not anybody to judge that. That's their call. They're grown-ass women. You know what I'm saying? God forbid you tell a woman anything any damn way. You know what I'm saying? But what he's creating is a culture of men who cry because they get their little heart feelings crushed by women. You know what I'm saying? Men need to man up. Every woman don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Just like you don't want every woman. Stop crying because you don't get the woman that you want. Life is about negotiations. Most of y'all claim to be high value, even though you're not. If you're high value, you should understand how a negotiation works. So go negotiate some shit.
Why the fuck does it even bother you that I use this picture? Oh, he looks gay in that picture. Oh, that's why you're using it. Want me to use this picture?
So this is what I find interesting, right? I find it interesting that it's Kevin Samuels fans who addressed Ryan Davis and said, oh, he looks blankety blank, gender XYZ in these pictures. If y'all are his fans, why are y'all associating him with the LGBTQ community?
Hello, I'm Blaine Edwards.
And I'm Antoine Mayweather.
And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies
From a male point of view. From a male point of view. From a male point of view.
When addressing Ryan Davis, why don't y'all just ask him, why are you using those pictures? So if I was Kevin Samuels, I'd have to look at my fans sideways and be like, why y'all painting me in that light on that picture?
From a male point of view.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how loyal are y'all? Because I've never heard, Kevin Samuels address himself saying, I don't like this picture. I look XYZ in this picture. But then you supposed to be his number one supporter, and you go to a dude who you think is a critic of him, and you say, hey, he appears like he's part of the LGBTQ community in this picture.
From a male point of view.
Why would you do that? That's what I'm asking. Don't sit there and try to twist my words and be like, oh, you called Kevin Samuels this. I didn't call him nothing. I'm criticizing why you called him that. I'm trying to figure out why your low IQ asses did that shit. Because y'all stupid as hell. And that's one of the reasons why y'all stay in this chat room and not on top of the world.
Keep those dark-skinned people confused.
What about this picture?
From a male point of view.
Maybe I should use this picture.
From a male point of view.
The reason it doesn't matter what picture I use, because Kevin Samuels looks gay.
From a male point of view.
He's not gay. The singer Neo had the same issue. He would take all kinds of pictures that make people question his sexuality. When men are raised by women and they don't have any male influence whatsoever around them, they tend to take some zesty ass photos.
From a male point of view.
But Neo is married with children happily. This nigga's fine. Kevin Samuels been married.
That's something that I would never understand. My dad is probably toxically masculine, and I'm toxically masculine. So I when I see people do that, I don't understand it. I don't relate to that. It really boggles my mind. It really makes me wonder if there's more to it than just you were only raised with a mother, because I know a lot of dudes who were raised with a single parent, and it was their mom, and they don't behave anything like that. They're not constantly taking duck lip selfies. They're not doing none of this stuff that these people are doing. So I don't understand that as far as being associated with a single parent household. Do y'all hear anything like that?
Married twice. He has a child. That nigga's fine. But you niggas is so scared of me saying something negative about your daddy, because you ain't have no man to look up to. And now you seeing somebody stand up, you know what I mean, to women like you couldn't do. Now all of a sudden you want to rally behind them. The most dangerous thing in the world for a woman is a man. The thing that hurts women more than anything in this world are men. That's why women continuously say protect black women. Look at the significant amount of black women who are sexually touched by somebody they know or someone in their family when they're young. The number is significant. Or the story about the black woman in New York who just wanted to grab a bottle of wine after work and a dude offered to pay for it. She was like, no, thank you. So
Shit, there was that other dude in Harlem. All of this stuff took place in Harlem. The one dude that killed his mom, I think the family was from Gambia or something like that. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes that are in Kevin Samuels' chat room, these are all bottom of the barrel dudes who have literally been rejected in the most emasculating way by the woman who melted their hearts. And so again, Kevin Samuels empowers them because they see that woman that hurt them in those women on those phone calls, and it makes them feel good. They get some kind of, opiate satisfaction. They get some kind of adrenaline rush when they see it happen. And I hate to tell y'all, but none of those women that call in, none of those are the women that hurt you. None of those are the women who crushed you. None of those are the women who emasculated you. But you assign these traits and you assign this negativity to women who remind you of the woman who broke your heart. It's only a single individual. Y'all get mad when women sit around and talk about Dusties, or when women say all men are dogs and stuff like that, but then you turn around and do the same thing. If you're going to be a man and be better, then be better. You know what I'm saying? If not, go ahead and sink down to the same level. You know what I'm saying? That's that same thing where Ryan Davis is talking about men doing that feminine stuff, taking them risque photos and puckering their lips and licking their lips and doing all that weird female stuff. Your behavior in getting off on watching Kevin Samuels go in on women, that is literally feminine as hell. Women have scorn. Haven't you ever heard that cliche? There's no no scorn like a woman scorn. Y'all are men sitting in that chat room with women scorn, and other men who are actually masculine are sitting there looking at you like, this is masculinity now. This is what masculinity looks like. You know what I mean?
So him and his friends jumped there and he tried to bite her eye out. Or how about the girl in Atlanta who was on a scooter date with her man, and a dude drove up in the car and tried to holler at her, and then she was like, no. So he shot her in the leg. What about the girl who goes to LSU that they just found in the Mississippi River? You want to know why shit like that happens? Well, when you're on a date, right, and a girl takes a picture of you, or she texts her homegirl who she's with and where y'all are going, or she takes a picture of your license plate. You want to know why shit like that happens? That shit used to offend me. But then it dawned on me that there's a lot of you psycho ass niggas out there. And the most dangerous thing in the world for a woman is a man.
And a lot of them psycho dudes hang around in them circles in those chat rooms, you know what I'm saying, watching people like Kevin Samuels. There was also a case in Virginia, I think, where a man, he was like a police officer, or he was in the military or something like that. He killed his wife, he killed her daughter, and he killed her daughter's boyfriend. Just sick, pent up, bottled up anger, feminine men, beta male cucks who are so irreversibly devastated by a woman's rejection that they just see all of this anger and vitriol, and they just want to go in on women at any time because they are not masculine enough to put themselves back together. It's really, really, really pathetic. And the thing that's crazy is that it's an increasing trend. It's not red pill rage. It's that you men are estrogenites. You are estrogen charged, testosterone deficient cucks. Y'all are below a beta. You know what I'm saying? You are below a beta male. And it's to all the men out here that's actually masculine, we just sit back and look at y'all. We just look at y'all like, is this the new thing? Is this the majority? Y'all are the kind of dudes that will be simping. You have no choice but to pay for a woman. You have no choice but to pay for a woman. So that woman will give you the privilege of interacting with her while she's fucking the man that she chooses. Now swallow that down as your motherfucking red pill, because that's your reality.
But women are all over the place screaming protect black women, and y'all like, oh, this is a false narrative. This is crazy. But then if I say I'm going to make a video about Kevin Samuels, y'all are like, protect this nigga at all costs. What? Y'all don't see how weird that is? Now, I ain't saying he gay, but y'all got some shit y'all might want to work out. And y'all are the same niggas that made me popular.
Okay, so my question first and foremost is, what do Kevin Samuels need protection from? Nobody's out here trying to get him. Nobody's out here trying to harm him. People may criticize him. People may make videos about him. But what danger is Kevin Samuels in that y'all gonna protect him from? And y'all can't protect anybody from any damn thing anyway. What have y'all protected anybody from? Seriously, people out here protecting themselves on an individual basis. But as a collective, you can't even secure a woman. What the hell you gonna protect a man from? Y'all ain't protecting anybody from any damn thing. The only thing y'all protecting Kevin Samuels from is bankruptcy, because y'all keep throwing that money in the pot. That's really about it. Y'all the bankruptcy protection plan, but y'all ain't protecting nobody from anything. Y'all not gangster. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have any power. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't doing nothing except for hollering and thumbs down in videos and shit on YouTube. That's literally it. What are you protecting him from? Who is he in danger of? Is he in danger of some female mob? Are you scared again? Are we letting women rule you? If you're letting a lot of y'all, listen, check this out, right? You want to call Ryan Davis a simp. The reason why y'all are in Kevin Samuels' video watching him is because another woman did that to you. Another woman controls your ass. A woman controls your reality and controls your emotions. They hurt you so bad they got you getting off on watching another man do something that your sorry ass can't do. Interact with a woman. So that means that you're simping at the ultimate level of simpitude, and you're paying to watch. This is literally, you pay to watch a stripper. You pay to watch some porno. Y'all dumbass niggas is paying to watch some dude get up, have some kind of interaction with a woman. That is the ultimate level of loserdom, and y'all have sank there. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? When I did the reaction videos, y'all could check the date on the shit. That shit was free. I'll go in there, watch a couple videos, get bored, you know what I'm saying? Leave up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Watch a little couple clips. He had a little viral clips and shit. I'm not about to sit there for an hour and watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how to talk to women. I watch for the comedic value. You know what I'm saying? Now I just don't watch at all, because when you immerse yourself in things that are not beneficial, you start to create non-beneficial results. There was nothing beneficial in those videos for me anymore. Quite frankly, if you've seen one, you've seen it all. I don't need to sit there and watch him tell women what they aren't. I know what the hell women are and what they aren't. I have conversations with women, and women who I talk to know what they are and what they aren't. You know what I mean? So again, you're literally, not only are you being a simp, you're also kind of being a digital cuckold, because you're paying to watch a man interact with another woman. So you're being a digital cuckold. So I'm curious as to how you feel, knowing that you have now been designated digital cuckold.
For calling Odell Beckham gay. There's no video of Odell Beckham out here fucking another man. We all laughed about me joking about him possibly being gay. But the actual thought that I might say that about Kevin Samuels got y'all niggas panties in a bunch. Now ask yourself why that is. I miss the days where Kevin Samuels used to talk to you beta ass, no male role model having ass men. And he used to correct you. I would love to find out who Kevin Samuels ran into to make him the way that he is, because he openly admitted that a lot of people were shocked that he didn't end up being gay because he was so effeminate. And the first time he really got to be around men is in college. I love how open this man is about it. And then when he saw that behavior in other men, he would check him.
Man, the fuck up. Get off this Disney rom-com bullshit. That's what has most of us single mother raised boys fucked up blue pill beta male soy boys. They ain't got the nerve to be mad at women because we bitches. Nope.
Why aren't those the Kevin Samuel clips that y'all like to play?
Now, see, what I find interesting is a lot of the critics of Kevin Samuels, they never really go back into the library and play those videos. They play the part right before that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't play like all of that stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Samuels used to go in on men. You know what I'm saying? And men need gone in on more. But men don't need gone in more by women, you know what I'm saying? Unless, you like just a lame ass dude that's not taking care of your responsibilities like your kid, or you practicing serial cheaptitude while attempting to mirage yourself as being high value. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Kevin Samuels need to do more of that. A lot of men need to do more of that. You know what I'm saying? Men need to criticize each other and make each other better. You know what I'm saying? Men need to also be able to withstand criticism. It's really a sad state of affairs when you as a man can't handle criticism. That is a bad look, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very bad look. It's very weak. Okay, it makes for men who are not able to get along. It makes for men who are not able to create anything significant to significantly contribute to society.
When you get to the place you have a whole lot of problems, you don't know how to solve them, your self-esteem goes, and then you just start doing any kind of old thing. Just start lashing out at anything because you're frustrated. Confusion brings about frustration. Frustration brings about all kinds of chaos, and the chaos brings about all kinds of conflict if you're around other people, because you'll just lash out at everybody and then eventually lash out against yourself. I mean, what you're doing when you really just lash out at anybody and everybody with no particular reason for doing so, which is what black people do a lot of. That's why we are very toxic when we're around each other. We're frustrated, we're confused, we're angry, and we're going to take it out on somebody. We don't want to keep just hitting ourselves upside the head all day long, so we hit somebody else upside the head. Why? Because they look like us. And so since we're the ones that are confused, we want to lash out at anything that looks like the person that's confused.
Yes, sir.
So the person that looks like me is me. So since I'm not looking in a mirror all day long, and I'm angry with myself because I can't figure out what to do with myself, so I will pick out somebody that looks like me. This is the way it works, and I will lash out at that person. Might even kill him.
Wow.
What you looking at me for? Oh, you see my weaknesses. You see I'm confused. You see that I don't know what I'm doing. You think that I'm not a man. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. That's what I'll do with you. I'll take care of that. Meaning, I'm shooting myself. Because when I see them, I see myself. Because they're weak also. And they, black people expose each other's weaknesses and then get mad about it.
And unfortunately, we see a lot of that. And then these same beta male cucks, these same digital cuckolds, they get upset when Kevin Samuels is turned off and when they see another man doing something. So they have to use the crab in the barrel mentality to tear it down. All these problems come from the same thing. What I find funny is that most of the people that's in these chats, a lot of these people that go to Kevin Samuels chat, you will see them real quick to point out another black dude, and they'll call a black dude a Pookie or a Ray Ray when actually you're the Pookies. You're actually the Pookies and the Ray Rays. You're actually the crab in the bucket mentality people. You're actually the stalker motherfuckers that can't leave people alone, that start trying to dox people's motherfucking families and they subscribers and they relatives and all that shit. All y'all do that shit. All of y'all do that shit. Y'all are the Pookies and the Ray Rays. Y'all don't know how to leave people the fuck alone. Y'all don't know how to agree to disagree and walk the fuck away. Y'all are some obsessive, female, scorned, beta male, digital cuck bitches. Seriously. Y'all need to get a hold of yourself, go sit down on somebody's couch and let that motherfucker get your head right. Seriously. That's seriously what you need to do. And you probably need to smoke a blunt or some loud before you go there. Y'all really have some mental issues. Y'all are really screwed up.
Why aren't those the talking points that y'all like to repeat? Instead, y'all wait to glorify him once he starts winning arguments with women.
Yep.
So now he the godfather. But when he was digging a hole in y'all's ass.
And then, but this is the thing though, I seen people make videos talking about Ryan Davis is attacking Kevin Samuels. Ryan Davis ain't even attacked Kevin Samuels in this video yet. I mean, I'm 6 minutes and 23 in. I haven't heard not one attack on Kevin Samuels. Am I crazy? I'm not talking to the Kevin Samuels stans who will come in and thumbs down the video because God knows there's more of y'all than flies on a piece of shit. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to my small subscriber base that'll probably come through and give an honest critique on the video because Lord knows that y'all can't be honest about a motherfucking thing. Y'all can't even be honest about the fact that y'all at the bottom of the world and you losers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about the people that's actually honest. What I want to know is, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is that? Why is that?
And trying to make you be accountable men. Oh, nah, he wasn't the Godfather then. He ain't had the millions and millions of views or the followers then. See, you niggas is weak. You niggas is weak. Y'all the same niggas that ain't paying attention because you don't really want a woman. If you pay attention to Kevin's platform, he asks women all the time, do you want to pay significant bills after being pregnant? Every single woman says no. And you niggas go, see, they want too much. What kind of raggedy ass nigga wants to send his woman into the workforce after having his baby? Over 300,000 women die every year giving birth.
Shit, I don't even know why you asking that question. Half these dummies don't even want to take care of the damn baby. They don't even want to take care of the baby that they made, let alone take care of the woman that's holding it. They don't have no sense of responsibility. A lot of these motherfuckers are subhuman drones. That's just the facts. Subhuman drones. You don't even have not only do you not have a human instinct, you don't have a animal instinct to take care of your damn young. You don't even have enough self-love. If you don't take care of your child, you hate yourself. If you don't take care of your woman who's nurturing your child while she's alive, at least to the extent where the child is taken care of. Nobody's saying to be a simp. Nobody's saying to do everything, but at least make sure, you know, that things are taken care of, like health insurance and shit like that. If you can't even do that, you don't have the right of passage to have that child not only bear your DNA, but bear your name and legacy, because you are sorry. You don't even have a self-preservation instinct. You don't have no self-preservation instinct if you don't even have sense enough to take care of the woman who is holding your child and the woman who bears your child and the child after it's born. Y'all don't even have a natural instinct to do that. You have to be told. You think that you need an applause for paying child support. You think that you're supposed to get an applause for being a father. You're not supposed to get an applause for being a father. That's some natural shit. That's some just natural that shit is natural and normal, like eating food and breathing. But it's not natural for y'all losers for some reason. And that's one of the reasons why these women don't want to fuck you, because they see that you're unnatural. And if a sperm happens to get through to the egg, they're dealing with an unnatural piece of shit that don't even have a self-preservation instinct to take care of the motherfucking kid that he made. Y'all are disgusting and degenerate to me, man.
And that's with modern medicine. And some of y'all are going, nah, that's third world country shit. Serena Williams is one of the richest black women on this planet, and she almost died giving birth to her daughter. Because doctors are more likely not to believe a black woman when she says that she's in pain. You ain't got to believe me. You can just look the shit up. But after a woman nearly gives her life and her body to bring life into this world with your genetics, you want her to go back to work so you can go half on the bills with this lady.
Serial cheaptitude. Why you sitting up there talking about you high value and you want all of this shit from your woman, but you expect your woman to pay half? That's bum ass shit. I don't know if you knew, but that's bum shit. That's bum shit. Y'all don't want to pay. Y'all don't want to like take care of your woman. You know a prostitute's not gonna fuck you for free, right? So why the fuck do you expect your significant other to do that? You're not fucking her for free either. Y'all just had this mentality where somebody's supposed to give you everything. It's not even just with women. You don't even expect women to be the only people to give you stuff in life. You expect the whole world to give you something. You expect handouts all over the board. Ain't nobody handing nothing out to nobody. Ain't no woman handing you no motherfucking pussy for free. The world ain't handing you no easy ass time for free neither. This is some shit that you should have learned by the time your ass got to high school, fellas. You know what I'm saying? This is some shit y'all should have learned by the time y'all got to high school. What happened? Where's the disconnect? You know what I mean?
You niggas are fraud. What? Y'all don't remember what Kevin Samuels said about that?
So, because the real talk, you ain't got nothing. You can't provide for a woman. You can't provide for yourself. You got no money.
My question to y'all stands, right? And again, like I said, I'm not talking about all people who like Kevin Samuels, because it's some cool people that like Kevin Samuels. But I'm talking to the stands, to the dummies, to the dumb, emotionally defunct morons who go in there simply for a good time to be a digital cuckold while Kevin is having a good time with a woman. Your sorry ass can only sit there and pay to watch. I'm talking about y'all. My question for y'all is, if Kevin Samuels is saying the same thing, see, this your boy, this your man right there, Kevin Samuels. He's saying the same thing that I'm saying. He's saying the same thing that Ryan Davis saying. What's y'all problem? You can only hear it from Kevin Samuels? If Kevin Samuels don't tell it to you, then it's not right. If two other men say the same thing, oh, these other men gotta be haters. Why do I gotta hate a nobody? Y'all are nothing. No, y'all have no significance to me, no power over me, no nothing. Why do you feel that I'm hating on you? I could care less about you. I care more about the dust on my floor because I'm gonna give it some attention. I'm gonna vacuum clean it. I don't care about y'all. After I'm done with this video, I'm done with y'all. I pump and dump y'all. You know what I'm saying? The same way y'all wish y'all could do with the women y'all lie about that y'all don't do. You pump and dump pocket pussies. You don't pump and dump no women. You're not doing that the way that you say you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all full of shit. You know what I mean? And y'all want to live in this fantasy world, and y'all getting woke up from it every day. You cannot live vicariously through Kevin Samuels. If you get anything out of his show, get something out of his show, but keep your mind open. Y'all's behavior is embarrassing.
No security, no insurance, no nothing.
You hear your daddy?
You found the woman of your dreams.
You hear your daddy talking to you? He telling you right. Pay attention. Pay attention to what he's saying. Now thumbs up the video, because you sure as hell pay to chat in his shit. Now thumbs up my video.
With this lady. You niggas are fraud. What? Y'all don't remember what Kevin Samuels said about that?
So, because the real talk, you ain't got nothing. You can't provide for a woman. You can't provide for yourself. You got no money, no security, no insurance, no nothing. If you found the woman of your dreams, y'all got married next week. She got pregnant. Can you take care of a baby?
Yeah, potentially.
No, you can't. Not well.
Not well.
How much are you making at the bank?
I make about $1,000 every 2 weeks.
$24,000.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. $1,000 every 2 weeks. $1,000 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's 52 weeks in a year. That's ridiculous. You think you a high value man making that? Do better.
A year. So you make $12 an hour.
17.
17. So, okay. That's great for a 20-year-old, but it ain't shit for a husband and a kid.
What empire are you gonna take over making $17 a month, an hour? What investments are you gonna take part in $17 an hour? Not even realistic. You want some dime piece in perfect shape Instagram model to bow down to you with your cereal cheap ass. Delusional, man. Delusional.
You broke as shit.
Yep.
Far too many dudes are broke. Cannot pay the cost to be the boss. Cannot pay 100%. Don't have 100% mindset, and you want 100% cooperation with ultimate femininity and submission. You don't get that.
When I posted that a man's supposed to pay all the bills, all you niggas lost your mind. Call me all kinds of simps and everything. Nah, see, you niggas just regurgitate whatever makes you feel good about not being the man you supposed to be.
Yep, they want the easy way out.
Rah-rahing behind Kevin Samuels.
Yep.
Shout out to the men out there handling their business and understand what it is to be a man that's living in his purpose and is trying to have a family that he takes care of and be the man that he's supposed to be in his family and in his community. I'm not going to go back and forth and act like Kevin Samuels is perfect, because I'm going to dissect that nigga in part 2. But what I'm saying is probably the worst part, the worst part about the rise of Kevin Samuels is the nigga has done some productive things, but the bitch ass niggas that hide behind him going rah, rah, rah and disrespecting women and then hide behind Kevin Samuels quotes and stats and figures and opinions to try to make their point. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas. The rise in bitch ass niggas is alarming. And I ain't even realizing until Kevin Samuels brought you niggas out. Now I see a lot of the shit that women be complaining about. But I'm done with y'all. On to Kevin, part 2.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Everything that he said in this video, for the most part, I agree with. You know what I'm saying? And again, this video was not an attack on Kevin Samuels. This video was an attack on the Kevin Samuels stands, you know what I'm saying, and the lames that hide behind his talking points. You know what I mean? Like, it's out of control. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool when it first came out. Not really, but somewhat. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, now it's just completely not cool. Like, man, get your life together, people. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about it. You know what I mean? If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up it. If you didn't enjoy the video, thumbs down it. And, you know, leave a comment. I know a lot of y'all are emotional. So, you know, I'm sure you're not capable of communicating in a normal human way, which is fine because I can, you know, communicate with you in a unhuman way as well. And I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? Like, mine will get to you worse. So do your best. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.